Hey everybody! This video is going to explain the homework assignments for the Week 2 module. So when you click on this tab and you see this video, underneath the tab for Week 2 homework assignments, you will see that there are 3 subtabs listed. So the first subtab is asking you to read Chapter 10 before completing this week's homework. Chapter 10 covers narration, so it reinforces the material that was provided for you in the Week 2 module, introducing us to the first essay that we're going to be writing. So read through that chapter. Again, don't spend a whole lot of time on it. You're not going to be quizzed on it, but just read through it and, get a feel for the important information that's contained in the chapter. The next subtab is the Week 2 Assignment 1 Sample Narrative Essays assignment. So if you click on that and then click on the blue Go to Assignment link, you're going to see the explanation for the assignment there. It says you will find 6 sample essays attached to this assignment. Fear the Laundry, A Brief and Unpleasant Run-In, Back at the Ranch, Black Men in Public Space, Words of My Youth, and Deep Green Eyes. It says you will need to download and read these 6 essays. You can read them off the screen or print them. So how do you do that? If you scroll on further down past the assignment, underneath the due date, you will see an area where it says attachments, and you will see 6 files listed there, and they correspond to the titles of the essays that I just listed in those instructions. So each one of those attachments is a sample essay, a sample narrative essay. You will need to read all 6 of them to complete this assignment. None of them are terribly long. They're 2 to 4 pages. But you want to budget your time accordingly, knowing that you're going to need to read these 6 essays before you do this assignment. Most students like the essays, so it's usually not a problem for students to get through them. They're pretty interesting. But once you have read all 6, what you're going to need to do is, in a Word document, I want you to answer the 5 questions that are listed there in the instruction area. So it says read the 6 attached essays and answer the following questions for each essay. 1, what is the topic of the essay? The focused topic, not the title of the essay, but the focused topic, right? So Fear the Laundry is the first essay that was listed there for you to read. The topic of the essay is not laundry. You'll figure out what the topic is once you actually read the essay. Laundry is involved, obviously, but what is the topic of the essay? Number 2, what is the author's angle in the essay? What are they bringing to this essay, to this story, that makes it unique or different or fresh, right? What is the author's purpose in the essay? What do they want us to get out of it? What do they want us to walk away with? Why are they choosing to share this story with us? What's their goal, right? Who is the author's audience? Who do you think was their primary audience when they wrote it? And then what other groups of people might also be interested or be affected by this essay? And then what type of tone and voice does the author use in the essay? So if you've noticed, those 5 questions are asking you about the rhetorical situation for each of these sample essays. So that's essentially what you're doing. You are addressing and explaining the rhetorical situation for each of these 6 sample narrative essays. Your responses don't need to be terribly lengthy, right? If you think about what is the topic of the essay, that's probably just 1 sentence, right? Most of these are probably just 1 sentence. But be accurate with your response, okay? You're going to do it for all 6 essays, but it can all be in 1 Word document. You don't have to do a Word document for each essay. You can answer these 6 questions for each essay all in 1 Word document. And then you'll save it, and then you will upload it and submit it, okay? If you have any problems at all downloading the attached essays, please let me know. If you have any problems uploading your assignment and submitting it, let me know. If you have any questions about what I'm asking you to do in the assignment, you can reach out to me for some assistance. But again, ask yourself first, did I go through the PowerPoints and handouts and video lessons in the week 2 module? And did I read chapter 10? If you answered no to those, then go back and do those things first, and then see if you still have any questions about the assignment, okay? Again, 6 essays, budget your time accordingly, but most students find the essays pretty entertaining, so I don't think it'll be a huge problem for you. And just remember, I'm not looking for super lengthy answers, to those 5 questions for each essay, but try to be as accurate as possible, okay? If you need any help or have any questions, let me know. The last item for the week 2 homework assignments is the week 2 discussion, okay? So just like the other discussion for week 1, you will click on go to discussion, and then you will, and it will be the only one available for you to see, because once each discussion closes, you can no longer see it. But you will go down, it says reading or responding to sample narrative essays part 1. Okay, that should be a clue that in order to do the discussion, you kind of have to do the week 2 assignment 1 homework first. So this is one of those situations where, you're supposed to have your first response to the discussion posted by 11:59 p.m. in order to trigger your attendance. If you can manage to read those 6 essays before Thursday so that you can do this discussion, that would be fantastic. At the very least, maybe you do the daily journal for week 2 before Thursday so that you can trigger your attendance with that item, and then get to the 6 narrative essays when you have time. And actually, it's really only the first 3, because for this discussion for week 2, I'm asking you to talk about the first 3 essays that I had you read. So, Fear the Laundry, A Brief and Unpleasant Run-In with My Ex, and Back at the Ranch. So even if you only can read those 3 essays before posting to the discussion Thursday night, at least that's not quite as much work. So once you have read those 3 essays, though, what I want you to do for this discussion, you'll see that there are 2 questions. First, what was your favorite thing about each of these 3 essays? So this could include the story itself, the sensory details, the tone, whatever you personally liked about each essay. So what was your favorite thing about Fear the Laundry? What was your favorite thing about A Brief and Unpleasant Run-In with My Ex? And what was your favorite thing about Back at the Ranch? Okay, and be specific with those responses. And then question number 2 is, thinking ahead to the narrative essay that you'll be writing, what are some things from these 3 sample essays that will help you when it comes time to write your own? What are some, did it spark a topic idea for you? Perhaps you were struck by how they arranged the storyline. Perhaps it was the sensory details and the description. Maybe it was the tone. Maybe whatever you get from these essays that you're like, oh, I want to try to do that in mine. Or, oh, maybe I should think about that when I write mine. What are some things that you took from each of these 3 essays that you would like to use to help you write your own? Okay. Again, try to have your first post by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Even if you haven't done the actual homework assignment for week 2 assignment 1, even if you haven't actually typed up, the answers to the 5 questions for all 6 essays, if you can at least read these 3 and do the discussion by 11:59 Thursday, that would be helpful. Respond to 2 of your classmates by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. If you have any technical difficulties, let me know right away. If you have any problems with any of the homework this week or any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to reading everything that you submit for this week.